You take a look. These are a printout of the business cards that you have. These were 3.5 by 2 inches to show you this part and the step and repeat. Went up on the side and you were able to print 10 cards to a piece of cardstock, which is just a little bit heavier paper that you can place on there. And the next step is trying to cut these out with scissors or a blade. This is on a plastic background for cutting. This is a utility knife, which is good for doing just exactly that. And then trying to create and take a look at this. So you have sometimes a rectangular shape that shows the blade itself, and this has a slight white edge to it. So sometimes you want to leave a little bit of a selection for your card so you can see the outside edge of where to cut. And sometimes you want to leave it kind of light or dark. Either one, it'll be part of that section that you see on the card. So very easily, you want to be very careful. You're going to take the rulers, a metal ruler you want to use so you don't cut into plastic, and just kind of looking at the interior of this white line, setting the blade down, and then using the rotation of this piece, and just very carefully cutting this blade so it goes right along the edge. Keep your fingers out of there. If I lift this up, you can see it cut through just once. You're not trying to push down too hard. And again, you're trying to locate. Now, depending on how accurately you place this out in the first place will be how accurate your card comes out. So that's why all the pre-press is important. The only thing in danger of getting cut sometimes is your thumb, so be very careful. In a commercial printer, this is done on a much larger formatted cutter. And the safety goes in when they pushing the buttons to cut this out. I'm not going all the way to the edge because since we're just doing one series of these cards, the crop marks that they show to cut that off, you would lose it, so you might as well just keep it on here so you can see where to start and stop. And it holds everything in place right away for you. It gets down to the edge. So here you can kind of see a little bit of a white border. Makes this easier to approach. So of all the dangers, this is probably the one major one, is just cutting yourself with scissors or X-Acto or matte knife blades. So you just want to keep your left hand, if you're right-handed, out of the way, and vice versa. Hold it carefully and just gently. Never be in a hurry when you're doing this. So all these are cut horizontally. It's just a matter of rotating it vertically. Try to keep the same stance, left to right, right to left, so you're not cutting across your body. Put the blade here. Place it up at the top. Now again, if you can't see where to cut, then you can do this simple task of just moving it over. I'll take the middle cut first, since it's right here. This will cut everybody right in half here. And this, again, this is usually what they call in the binding room of a printing company. So again, here I can see the edge this way a little bit easier. A little trickier because you're trying to hold the paper down at the same time. You can see all these cards just pop right out. Just rotate the paper. And if it gets a little bigger, that's fine. You can always modify it later. And this is only the first 10 cards that you have. Throw the excess paper away. Put all your cards together. Scoop them all up. Now you're set for all your business needs.